All right, on to the next round. Once again, I am joined by the lovely and beautiful Missy Bergen. Thank you for joining me. And happy birthday again,
Happy
Dad.
birthday one more time.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Always cheers to that.
All right, we have a special bottle in front of us here. We actually acquired this bottle from the hosts while we were in Chicago a couple weeks ago. Sent us home with this bottle and thought it was very fitting that if we had it and Dad still had it, then we should include this in on the beer pairing. But from the fantastic new Glarus Brewing in Wisconsin, and only sold in Wisconsin. Interesting side note on New Glarus that even though they are only sold in Wisconsin, they're still one of the top 50 brewers in the United States. So kind of goes to show, not only how popular they are, but normally with popularity goes quality, and that's definitely the case for New Glarus, one of our favorite breweries.
One of our favorites.
Yes. And so we've actually I don't think we've ever had this beer before.
I don't think so.
We maybe if they made another version a couple years ago, maybe, but this is our first time tasting it, and so we're kind of in the same boat as you guys. And for some of the other beers we're talking about today, I've had them a million times, and could talk about them, and on and on and on. And we've kind of had to control me to keep it short, so that way I don't bore the heck out of you guys. But this is a new one. And this is a style what's known as an Oud Bruin, or Flanders Brown, which is a style that originates in the Flanders region of Belgium, which somewhat borders the French border there on its western side. And it's a sour beer, obviously brown in color there, which you guys are probably seeing on your own glass. You don't need to see it here on the screen. But it's generally how you get a beer sour is normally you try to keep bacteria out of a brewery. With our brewery at Joyride Brewing Company, very careful with everything. You want to make sure that everything is immaculately clean and sanitized, and make sure that the yeast that you pitch in is a single culture cell, so you can have repeatability and consistency. With sour beers, specifically for this sour beer, they're looking for spontaneous fermentation, which means they're looking for the microbes to come out of the air. I mean, there's bacteria all around us. There's good bacteria. There's bad bacteria. But they were able to coax some of the good bacteria to inoculate some of their barrels and put their beer into the barrel and let it age for a little bit. So you are going to get some barrel characteristic, like maybe some light vanilla like notes in here. But kind of the sour notes are the star. What are kind of the, what you're picking up out of here?
Cherries.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get cherries?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little bit of fig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say kind of the level of sourness is on this?
Pretty mild. So there's different degrees of sourness. Sours are one of my favorite styles of beers.
Mm-hmm.
But if you drink too much of them that are on the very acidic level, vinegary level, I start to get heartburn. So this one is very mild compared to most, which is nice because you can drink a whole pint, maybe two, and still be good. Sours are also a really good palate cleanser. So especially when you're pairing it with food, it's a nice... you can do a taster or a full bottle in between courses, and it'll cleanse your palate and get you set for the next food pairing.
Yeah, I think this is incredibly drinkable. There are a lot of American sours as well as Belgian sours that are a little bit more are a lot sharper. Have a lot more of an acidic bite to them. While they can be very good, and I do oftentimes like those beers, can't always drink, say, a full pint of this. Like this, I could drink a couple of these, and it's a pretty mild enough sour to where it still keeps it approachable and quaffable. So I think this is a very good example of the Oud Bruin or Flanders Brown style. I'd actually rank it quite high. Now having a couple sips of this. But I think Missy is absolutely right. I think big cherry, almost kind of almost like a mix between like a sweet and a tart cherry. Pretty big. I get a little bit of prune, a little bit of plum. The malt presence is definitely a little bit more pronounced than some of the other sours you're going to get, but looking at the color, that's to be expected. So a fantastic beer from a Wisconsin local brewery for you in Wisconsin. Thank you very much for getting us this beer. We're enjoying it quite well, and we're going to continue enjoying it and hope you guys continue to enjoy yours. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday again.
Again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. That's good.